Hello, Hero Collectors here. How's it going, everybody? Hope y'all are doing fantastic. I know I am, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Transformers Age of the Primes Commander Class Silverbolt, the biggest of the aerial bots. I can't remember if he's the leader or not. I feel like he should be. But yeah, Commander Class, he's the biggest. He comes with all the extra parts for the combined mode because he has the frame of the combined mode. But we're not going to go over the combined mode quite yet. That'll get a video with the last two aerial bots once I do a review of that. But we're not here to talk about those today. We're here to talk about Silverbolt. So let's get into it. All right, getting a closer look at Silverbolt, you can see the face here looking pretty good. Got some nice silver painted there and some blue for the eyes. Looking pretty solid. He's got some red on the chest. Bits of kind of like a honey mustard yellow on parts of the limbs. Coming down to the feet. They are pretty nice and sturdy, and I'm not really sure if these are supposed to do anything, these yellow bits here, or if they're just part of the color of the figure. I haven't really found a way to utilize them in some fashion, but there they are. Got some red on the back here, and then of course coming to the back you can see all of the plain kibble. Ooh, got some blue, I don't know what that's from, but you can see the Autobot logos painted really well there. And we'll get to the actual plane mode here in a bit. But yeah, not a whole lot to go over now. But he does come with one accessory for this mode. And it is his gun. And you can see it just plugs in really nicely there. But we're going to have to zoom out to take a look at the rest of this mode for him. Okay, and this is essentially like a base or a turret mode. It's all of the body parts and the extra parts of the plane combined to make kind of like a little turret area. You can see this gun here. You can basically see where the lower half of the torso is right here. But it's pretty solid. And if you take Silverbolt and just kind of position him back here and adjust the arms, you can make it look like he is firing from here. And, this is a decent size enough to where if you take one of the other aerial bots and kind of like position them here, they can also help with firing. So, I mean, it works for what they're going for. It's just probably not the most exciting mode. Like, I certainly wasn't planning on putting him in this mode very much. I think I took one or two pictures of it. So it's a thing. It's included. I don't think it's the most necessary, but hey, it's an option. But now let's actually get him into his alt mode. Okay, here he is in his solo plane mode, which, it's a little kibbly. You can definitely see him all compact here. The skirts do turn into landing gear, and you can see the combined mode Superion head here. But if you don't like the way that the antenna look, you can remove those. They are very easily removed from the head. He's got the giant landing gear there. Got the rest of the plane mode, as you can see here. Pretty solid. Lots of windows for lots of passengers. And the nose can actually dip. Apparently that's a thing the real plane that this is based on can do. So that is a feature that you can have. So yeah, pretty solid. I mean, not the best, with all the kibble back here, but it works. But we're gonna have to zoom out again because we have to attach the rest of that base mode in this mode. Okay, bringing in the base mode that I've already put into the rest of the plane mode, you just kind of have to unclip those, bring these, line it up like so. Oh, come on, there, okay. That just clips in, this does that, and this lays flat, and it becomes an Autobot logo, which is pretty sick. I like that. It's just kind of like engraved in there, if you can see that, but it's upside down, I suppose. But yeah, this is big, and yeah, that's a whole mess. I get what they're going for, and it's fun. I did take a picture of this kind of like like an aircraft carrier type deal, and you can attach the gun here via that port, but it doesn't work quite as well because the plane is here. But yeah, you can have that be there too. It works. It's not the most perfect thing here, but they got to find something to do with all the combined mode pieces. And this is the thing that they did. Okay, going over articulation, you can see his head can look up that high, can look down that much, can turn side to side, and gets a little bit of pivot. Actually, quite a bit of pivot, as you can see there. Shoulders can go up that high, can do a full 360 if you get the wing out of the way. He's got a bicep swivel, a single jointed elbow that can get that far. And you can actually like hyperextend due to the transformation going the other way, but it kind of compacts the arm, so you can't really utilize anything there. Wrists cannot swivel or do anything, they just fold back thanks to transformation. No, well, he does kind of have he has a waist swivel, but you can't really utilize it very much. Legs can go out that far. Can't kick forward, the skirt will get out of the way. Can go back a little bit. He's got a thigh cut. He's got a single jointed knee if you only utilize the one joint. But thanks to transformation, he does have a second joint that if you utilize that too, he can kick back all the way like so. Locking those back in. And then you come down here to the feet. Can kick quite a bit forward, as you can see there. In fact, that's due to transformation. Nothing back, but he can get out and pivoting, like that. So. Okay, before I actually get into the final thoughts, I just wanted to show this as I was putting him back into bot mode. You can have the Superion head equipped in this mode because of the way he transforms. It's a little goofy looking, but if that's something you really want to do, you can do that with this figure. So my final thoughts on Silverbolt are this is a solid figure on his own, you know, just kind of forgetting about the rest of the combined mode bits. He is probably, more of a leader class, I suppose, on his own. So I do like all the engineering that went into him, all the different, color bits. He's definitely got a high piece count with everything that he has going on. Because there isn't a lot of painted parts. It's more, just the face and the Autobot logo and then all the windows on the plane. A lot of it is mainly like color-separated parts. So, I mean, that's a lot of piece count. And the articulation's pretty good. The engineering's really good. Yeah, he's a bit kibbly when you have him in plane mode, but you're not going to be able to avoid that. Planes generally are very thin, so it's not going to be easy to hide this big bulking body there. I think the face sculpt looks really good. The gun is pretty solid, and it does allow for blast effect ports. But then you add in the rest of the combined mode kibble, and it's an attempt, and I appreciate it. It looks pretty good and functions pretty well, but it is just kind of a tacked-on thing for a plane, in my opinion. Not the worst thing in the world, but it's just not the best. Does he have the fun factor? I'm going to say yes. Despite some of his bulky nature, he is very articulated and fun to pose around with other figures. And then for a final rating, I think I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. He's got some limitations in articulation, like the wrists and the waist swivel, but then he is very poseable, and it is all in service of building Superion, of course, but on his own, he is still a solid bot. Alright, and that was my review on the Transformers Age of the Primes Commander Class Silverbolt figure. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you are subscribed, because I will be reviewing the last two aerial bots I need for Superion in the same review as Superion, because the other two are mostly repaints, so I'm just going to be reiterating all the same points of the previous two aerial bots in that video, but then I will go over Superion with them as well. So make sure you are subscribed for all that. Make sure you are liking this video and commenting down below. Did you pick up this figure? Do you plan to build Superion and Devastator and Bruticus and any other combiners that they end up giving us? And with all of that out of the way, I will talk to you all in another video, another post, another time.